What's up guys, my name is SimpleFix86. I am installing some LED side indicators on my 2013 GTS 86. There are a lot of videos on YouTube of like splicing this and weird plugs and all that. There will be a link in the description to this specific plug. It took me a while to figure out because I could not find any videos on YouTube or anywhere to install these. Like even on the website they didn't have a installation video, but this is your installation video. If you have these LED lights, LED side lights, and you can't figure it out, this is for you. First things first, this is the original. So the original bulb goes inside that little hole, clips in, and it's got a bunch of little clips, fits in like that. Yeah, I haven't done the other side, so I'll show you the removal there. Removal is a little bit difficult depending on the quality of your clips. My clips are quite dodgy because these are the original from the 2013, so they're quite dodgy. You will need a flathead screwdriver, and you'll also need probably a Phillips head because of there's little clips like these little things. You probably can't see that very well, but basically these little plugs. I've got it here somewhere. I'll show you on the other side anyway. But basically, it took me so long to figure out that most people will have an adapter or they'll try to splice it to their lights. But these are a plug and play. I was trying to figure out how is it a plug and play if there's a bulb and the bulb doesn't go in there and these are a plug. I went to the effort of unclipping this, and that didn't work very well because both different plugs. It doesn't go in there, doesn't go in this. So I was stumped. I was stumped for a while because nowhere on YouTube was showing me how I could fix it. But it is so much more simple than you think it is. Like, it is genuinely so simple. So once you remove this light, probably the hardest step is removing the lights. It's easy for some, harder for others. I struggled a little bit because of the quality of the clips. They're a bit dodgy. Once that is removed, you will have this sticking out. Literally, all you got to do is remove the globe. Like, you just pull it out like that. Easy peasy. It comes out so simply. And then you grab your thing and you plug it in. It's a little bit difficult with one hand. Straight in. And now that's connected. Now it's LED wired instead of globe wired. And the way I test it, I don't like turning my car on because there's live wires. The car's already on, but easy fix. Use your hazard lights. And look at that. These lights aren't sequential, but they're LED and they're smoked and they look sick. This does go in there. It might take a little bit, but it does go in there, and that's what holds the light in place. So I'm gonna do that because that's gonna require two hands, but it's literally a clip and twist and it'll be in place. Now clipped in. What I found easier, instead of pulling on that cord constantly, take this off. It is a little bit difficult again. I had to push pretty hard, but we did get there in the end. So now we just clip this back in with one hand. It's very difficult. Boom. And now you should just be able to press it in. We had a little bit of difficulty. That's because that little washer screw thing fell out. We don't want that. You want that in because that's what holds your bumper up. So you don't want that falling out. But we got in there, and now we just do a double check. We make sure that it is all connected properly. So we got hazard lights. Look at that. How much better does that look than your regular stock standards? We're now on phase 2. First thing you gotta do, move that wheel over that way, away from you, so you got more room. All the way across. Engine back off because you don't want to get fucking zapped. And then we bring this over. And then there will most likely be a little thing there. I don't have them. because I had to remove and put it on my lip splitter, and I never put it back on. It's not really an essential. These ones, all it does is keeps this in place. I don't really see a need for it though, because I tend to take this on and off because I break them really easy. But onto installing that. As I was saying, this is the fun part. This is the part that's going to give you pain, but it should be relatively easy. So what I like to do, line it up so you can find where these are. So I know this one's going to be around there. You should be able to see it after lifting this, which it's in that second hole there. You gotta jam your flathead. Don't use anything else. Use a flathead, because otherwise you'll break something for sure. I actually started off with is clip B. Clip B, which is the one under there. You can't see it very well, but basically it is. Let's learn it up. Clip B is this little one. This is the easiest one because this one you gotta put your flathead through a hole, whereas this one is just, it's facing right out. You push it and the bottom will slide out pretty easily. I haven't done it yet, but easy peasy. So I'm gonna start with that one, and then I'm gonna move to that one, and then we do that one last because that one's the most difficult to get at, but we'll get there. But what I actually found the easiest was, I broke this, but I don't really want to use these again, so they don't have much value to me. What I found was the easiest was, instead of doing clip number B, clip A, which is this one, it would have been, it was this. Instead of going in that one, I kind of wriggled behind this first one here, because there should be a little gap. If I take this out, there was a little gap, and then the clip sits there. So if you flick it out, I mean, it's not broken, you can put it back in, but I don't really care for that. So now onto the bit I've already showed you, the unclipping of this. So it's actually quite easy. So what I thought originally was this black part had to come off, but no, it's not. It is, there's two hands for this. It is easy. You just grab it, twist it to the left, and out it pops. And then same, you don't twist the globe, but pull the globe, that comes out easy peasy. And then we grab our new good looking indicator light, and then we plug that straight in, and then nice bit of ASMR plastic, and we see, moment of truth, does it work? The verdict is that it works. How good is that? No, it works. We gotta put this in first. I keep forgetting to do that. We gotta clip this into there, which it's harder than it looks, but it is still very easy. I did it with the other side. I didn't show me doing it because it is a little bit difficult and I needed two hands, but you just gotta push hard. You line up these little clips with these little holes. There are smaller ones. I believe it looks like, this is just me eyeballing, I might be wrong, but to me that looks smaller than that. And these ones look a fraction smaller than like those ones. I'm not 100% though, so don't take my word on it. It's literally just a bunch of twisting and you get it in. Give it a go of recording, but there's no promises that I'll get it. I should be able to do that. We find the holes and kind of push it in. These parts, these little plastic parts, that little rim got in the way last time, which is very, very quite annoying. But we actually forgot something. What I did last time that made it a lot easier. This tape, I'm gonna presume it's the original tape. It is old, it is gross, it needs to go because there's already electrical tape there. The only reason this is there is to stop it from unplugging itself if you go over bumps, which you can do, but I don't go over enough bumps. So I'm not gonna retape it, but it is your choice if you want to retape it, but it is quite easy. So just rip off that old stuff and then unplug it and plug that into there. So that is now disconnected. This is where it becomes pretty easy. So you feed your wire into there and you find your gaps. If it doesn't feel like it's pushing, wiggle it around, find the next gap. And sooner or later, you will find where it just slides straight in. I can't seem to find, which is kind of annoying, but be patient, we'll get there. No, not that one. See how that lip is kind of stopping it? No, that's not working. So rotate. All you got to do is keep rotating, keep trying, and you'll get there. See, looks like that fits a little bit better, which is good. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want, because then it should just slide in. Well, not slide in, but it will then clip in after a little bit of force. But we'll get there in the end. Oh, see, it's starting to go in. Starting to go in a little bit. Just need a little bit more force, and it gets there. There we go. So we got there in the end. I just had to use an excessive amount of force, which luckily nothing broke, but you got to be a little bit careful of that. And the next part, this is the grand finale. We figure out which way it goes in, because we want it to fit. So if it's going in like that, then it's going to fit. Whereas if we're trying to plug it in like this, there's not a chance it's going to fit. You know. So twist the cord so the clip is in the right spot. And then you feed back through. There's a little hole that I should be able to go through. There you go. It's now plugged in. We got it on the right angle. And then now the next part is you push it in hard and you wait for a good sounding, which you can kind of see where you line it up. No, it's not having. Kind of got to line it up and then push it into the top, and then the rest will clip in. But that is now not going anywhere. So then we line this back up because you don't want water seeping in there. And then you now have your new side indicators plugged in. This has been Simple Fix 86. I'll see you in the next moto.